Ahmad shivered. The November air was bitter. It bit at his exposed skin. He pulled his coat tighter and stood before the entrance of the abandoned railway station. The station had been closed for decades, and locals whispered of giants and ghouls that haunted its decaying platforms. Ahmad, a researcher of the paranormal, was here to find the truth. The iron gates groaned as he pushed them open, the sound echoing in the stillness. Rusted tracks snaked into the gloom, and broken windows stared like empty eyes. Ahmad took a deep breath and stepped inside. The silence was unnerving. It pressed down on him, and every creak and groan seemed amplified. Curiosity and a strange pull drew Ahmad towards a dark wooden door bound in iron. The door loomed before him, more imposing up close. The wood was dark and intricately carved, with strange symbols like twisted faces staring back at him. Ahmad reached out and traced their outlines. They were cold to the touch, unnaturally so. He felt a chill creep up his arm and spread through his body. He brushed away the grime on a brass plate, the inscription barely visible. The words seemed to writhe and shift as he looked at them. He pushed against the door. It creaked open as if resisting his touch. Ahmad took a deep breath and stepped inside. The door clicked shut behind him. Ahmad spun around, startled. The door was gone. He fumbled for his flashlight and flicked it on. The beam cut through the gloom, revealing a tunnel made of smooth, polished stone. The air was surprisingly warm and dry, carrying a metallic scent. Ahmad cautiously started down the tunnel. Strange symbols etched into the walls glowed faintly, pulsing with an inner light. He stopped to examine one, his hand hovering over its surface. The air shimmered. A figure materialized before him. It was tall and gaunt, with skin like polished obsidian and eyes glowing with an internal fire. Ahmad stumbled back, dropping his flashlight. The figure spoke in a language that seemed to bypass his ears and resonate directly in his mind. Ahmad scrambled back, his heart pounding. The flashlight rolled away, casting grotesque shadows that danced on the tunnel walls. The Salamian spirit tilted its head, studying him with its burning gaze. It spoke of boundaries and balance, of the dangers of trespassing in forbidden realms. Then, from the depths of the tunnel, a figure emerged. He was an old man, his face etched with the weight of centuries. The Salamian spirit turned towards him, its form flickering as it bowed its head in respect. The old man turned to Ahmad, his eyes filled with a deep sadness. "You should not be here," he said, his voice echoing in the confined space. "This is the Salamian way?" Ahmad stammered. The old man nodded slowly. "This is a place of passage, a bridge between worlds. You have crossed a line, young one. Your curiosity has endangered not only yourself, but the delicate balance between our worlds." Ahmad felt a chill run down his spine. He had been so focused on his research, on proving the existence of the supernatural, that he had failed to consider the consequences. The air grew cold. The Salamian spirit let out a low growl, its form flickering with a sudden intensity. The symbols on the walls flared, bathing the tunnel in an eerie light. Ahmad could feel their anger, their fear. I didn't mean to," Ahmad stammered. "I just wanted to understand." The old man shook his head sadly. "Understanding comes with a price, and sometimes the price is too high." The ground trembled beneath his feet. The air crackled with energy. The Salamian spirit moved with a speed that defied the eye. It darted towards the wall and pressed its hand against the glowing symbols. The tunnel began to shake violently. Dust and debris rained down from the ceiling. "The way is closing!" the old man shouted. "You must leave, now!" Ahmad turned and ran towards where he thought the door should be. The tunnel seemed to stretch endlessly before him. He could hear the grinding of stone, the roar of collapsing earth behind him. He didn't dare look back. He ran for his life, his heart pounding in his chest. He burst through the light and stumbled to a halt back on the platform, the familiar scent of decay and rust assaulting his